From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Good Monday morning. We're still tracking multiple wildfires within the viewing area, so we'll go ahead and get right into it. And we'll start off with the Squaw Creek fire that's still burning 2 miles to the north of Lauderdale Junction in Kittitas County. It's just shy of 350 acres, but we did see a big jump up in containment over the weekend, as this is now 72% contained. And just as a precautionary measure, there are these level 1 evacuations in place near Liberty in Kittitas County, so you can find all these locations listed online at applevalleyNewsNow.com. On to the Williams Mine fire, which is still burning just to the south of Mount Adams in Yakima County. Acreage and containment staying pretty stagnant with this one, so fingers crossed that we get that big jump up in containment sooner as opposed to later. Okay, temperatures right now feeling pretty mild out there. We're in the 50s and 60s. I still think you'll probably need a light jacket, but later today it's going to be very warm for this time of the year. We'll be even warmer into Tuesday, but then a storm system for Wednesday and Thursday is going to shake everything up, and I'll tell you what that means coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
Straight ahead on Good Morning Northwest, a fire catches at a building on the Hanford High School campus, not just once but twice. We have the latest on the damages.
2 teen boys end up in the hospital in Othello after a suspected gang-related shooting. What we know so far.
And downtown Kennewick business owners want answers this after ongoing issues with vandalism, fires, and theft. Monique Ledesma with the preview to a much larger story. Good Morning Northwest starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal.
I'm Riley Fitzgerald. It is Monday, September 23rd.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
So something that Riley does when that little intro song comes on, she does a little dance, and then it makes me want to do a little dance. We just start dancing in our chairs.
We do. So unfortunately, you guys don't get to see it because we have that amazing intro. But
I know. Well, we kind of just showed you a little bit, but it's a Monday. We're going to make it a good Monday.
Yes,
We're
how
dancing.
was your weekend?
It was pretty good. How was yours?
It's fantastic.
I did a lot of cleaning, so.
Oh, me too.
But I like cleaning. It's therapeutic for me.
Oh, there you go.
Yep, exactly. We're going to start your top stories off in developing fire news. An outbuilding fire on the campus of Hanford High School causes the roof to cave in, and this was the second time that building had caught fire.
This happened yesterday afternoon, and the first fire happened the night before. A call for help went out around 3:20 p.m. after smoke and flames could be seen. Richland fire crews responded within minutes, and it was not long after that the roof collapsed. The first fire was Saturday night just before 2 a.m.
School officials say while the cause of the first fire is under investigation, preliminary reports showed there was an electrical problem that could be the reason. Officials also say the fire may have reignited due to a hot spot from the original fire, and crews remained at the scene for a few hours to make sure any remaining fires were put out. And school officials say the building will continue to be barricaded off until further notice.
We turn now to crime news. The Adams County Sheriff's Office is investigating a shooting that left 2 teens in the hospital Friday night.
Authorities say a 17-year-old boy was dropped off at an Othello hospital around 11:30 with a gunshot wound on his leg. And while authorities started their investigation, a 14-year-old boy then came into the hospital with the gunshot wound on his hand and arm. And according to authorities, the teens reported they had been in the same area or in the area of Taylor Road and Spur Road. They say a car pulled up and people inside the car began yelling and flashing gang signs.
The teens say about 10 shots were fired, and investigators say they found evidence at the scene but did not release what kind of evidence. No other information has been released at this time. If you know anything about the shooting, call the Sheriff's Office at 509-659-1122. Now to a crime alert, this one out of Walla Walla. The Walla Walla Fire and police departments have seen a big increase in fentanyl overdoses last week. In some of the overdose cases, Narcan has not been effective, but they say it should still be administered if available. Authorities and first responders ask people to call 911 if they suspect someone is overdosing.
And now we're talking about vandalism, fires, and theft. It's an ongoing problem for business owners in the downtown Kennewick area.
One business owner tells us he has to lock his doors during the day to keep his staff safe, leaving customers to ring a bell to be let in. Apple Valley News Now's Monique Ledesma is tracking this story, and she brings us a preview.
I really just want answers for them to not throw their hands up is like, here's what we're doing. Here's our plan to make it better down here.
Ken Day is owner of Dayco Heating and Air Conditioning on North Auburn Street. It's a business that has been part of the downtown historic Kennewick area since 1999. Day says he was born and raised in the Tri-Cities, but over the past few years, he says Kennewick is changing, and now so does the way he does business. I met with the Kennewick Police Chief Chris Guerrero, who says while there is an ongoing problem in the downtown area, finding a solution won't be easy.
I think the biggest thing that can happen is people to understand there is no one solution right now.
I wanted to ask the city of Kennewick if they were aware of what is happening downtown to business owners as they work to revitalize the area. Trying to pin one down to talk, also not that easy. I went to the Kennewick City Council meeting to ask council if they knew what was happening and if they had a plan in place to address the issues. The response I have gotten so far isn't sitting well with business owners like Day. To find out how the city has responded to the questions and the plan in place to address them, watch my story right here on Apple Valley News Now. Reporting in Kennewick, I'm Monique Ledesma for Good Morning Northwest.
You can catch Monique's full story tonight after the football game.
And you can also find it later on our website, applevalleynewsnow.com. Coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, President Biden is expanding one of his signature programs, one that's expanding health care to different countries.
The goal of the program to end cancer, what the U.S. and other countries will commit coming up.
But first, Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth will have your weather forecast. Good Morning Northwest. We'll be right back.
Enjoy bowling here at Triple Play, where fun is always in season. French fries are fun, which is always in season here at Triple Play. Speaking of fun, did you know it's always in season at Triple Play?
Dude, what's with dropping the tagline?
The marketing ladies wanted me to push it.
What did they offer you?
5 pizzas.
Gonna share, right?
Of course.
Triple Play has fun attractions for everyone, including go-karts, mini golf, and many more, all attached to a cozy hotel.
Oh, thanks.
Hit by a big truck? It could be from bad air hoses in the brake system. I'm attorney Mariana Morales, and at my law firm, we have a special team that knows how trucks work and what goes wrong. We know how to prove it was a truck's fault. Big truck insurance companies know that we have the experience and knowledge it takes to get you paid everything you deserve. Hit by a big truck? Our team knows truck wrecks and how to win for you. I'm attorney Mariana Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
Call 853-2222.
Women, were you exposed to dactyl while you were pregnant? Infant birth defects are caused by this toxic weed killer used in farming, landscaping, and gardening. As a result, the EPA has asked agricultural workers to stop using dactyl, also known as DCPA. If you or your child was injured by dactyl, protect your rights for compensation. Call Whites and Luxembourg today at 917-LAWYERS to learn more. That's 917-LAWYERS.
It's game day. Tackle high prices with great deals from Overturf Kia. The new 2025 Kia Sportage Hybrid gives you 3 great ways to save fuel. Available with a fuel-efficient gas engine, a gas-electric hybrid, or as a plug-in hybrid electric vehicle. A new 2025 Kia Sportage Hybrid with all-wheel drive starts at just $31,940. Plus, get 5.99% interest for up to 72 months. Overturf Kia at the base of the Blue Bridge in Kennewick.
Downtown Kennewick.
Vagrants, homeless, using the alley as a bathroom.
What's the city doing?
We get nothing.
Monique Ledesma digs deeper.
Do you know what's going on in your backyard?
Can downtown be saved?
It frustrates me.
Apple Valley News Now, tonight after Monday Night Football.
Recently, Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather forecast weekend thunderstorms.
But some viewers told us that their phone app predicted sunshine.
Well, the apps were wrong.
Trust Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather.
Always on your side.
Smoke City for Less. We are open 7 days a week with now 5 locations.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. It is mild out there this morning. At least it is mild compared to some of the mornings we had just last week. We're right now we're at 61 for Cle Elum, 64 for Ellensburg, 52 degrees for Snoqualmie Pass. And then in the Yakima Valley, we're seeing temperatures span from the mid-50s to the mid-60s. 55 for Sunnyside, 60 for Toppenish, 63 degrees for Union Gap. And then for the lower Columbia Basin, we're also seeing temperatures spanning from the mid-50s to the mid-60s. 54 for Tri-City, 63 up towards the Hanford site, and 60 degrees for Boardman. And then for the foothills of the Blue Mountains, also 50s and 60s. 60 for Walla Walla, 61 for Milton Freewater, 55 for Heppner. A little bit cooler up in some of the higher terrain of Ukiah and Meacham. So for this morning, yeah, you'll need a very light jacket at the very least in the Tri-Cities. But come time for 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock this morning, it's going to be t-shirt weather. We're going to have lots of that for the rest of today. So for today, when it's all said and done, we'll end up being about 5 degrees above average for this time of the year with plenty of sunshine. Now, I must say that there is a little chance of a shower up in the Kittitas Valley, up in the Cascades. In all likelihood, that would probably be before 8 o'clock. And again, that is a very low in chance. So for today, mostly sunny, mostly dry. And we're going to see this change later in the week. We have a storm system coming in for Wednesday and Thursday. I'll tell you how that impacts our weather coming up in a few minutes.
President Biden is expanding the reach of one of his signature programs, the Cancer Moonshot, to include several Asia-Pacific countries. The president made the announcement during Saturday's quadrilateral summit taking place in Biden's home state of Delaware. The leaders of India, Japan, and Australia are attending the weekend summit. They agreed to commit $150 million for HPV vaccines and therapies for the Quad countries. The president announced that starting next year, doctors and nurses in the U.S. Navy will begin to train their Quad counterparts on how to conduct cervical cancer screenings and vaccinations so every woman in those countries can get treatment. The Cancer Moonshot initiative is very personal to President Biden. He launched it while he was vice president, in part to honor his son, Beau, who died from the disease. The goal of the program is to end cancer. You'll soon be able to protect yourself from the flu without leaving the house. The Food and Drug Administration has given the nod to the first influenza vaccine that doesn't have to be given by a healthcare provider. Flu Mist is a nasal spray from AstraZeneca that's currently available in pharmacies for people with a prescription. But now with this FDA approval, officials say the needle-free option should be available to take home by next year's virus season. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, 35 million people got sick during the 2023-2024 flu season. The CDC says everyone ages 6 months and older should get vaccinated each season. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, the Daybell House in Idaho demolished where 2 children were found dead 5 years ago. People close to the case reacting to the building being torn down.
It only happens once a year. Steve Hunt Kia's summer clearance sale. So don't get stuck in the slush. Bring any trade, even if you owe thousands more than it's worth. Can take advantage of Steve Hunt all-wheel drive sale. All with 0 down, 0 payments for 90 days. Steve Hunt Kia.com.
From Apple Valley News Now, this is Medically Speaking.
Atomic Health pays me to do the in-home, I guess, nursing or the things I do to help out, so we don't need a nurse. Meds, cooking, cleaning, getting them to doctor's appointments, picking up prescriptions, whatever else needs to be done. So at least once a month or whenever I need her, Sarah, or whatever nurse is available, comes to our house. If I have a worry that I'm not sure if he needs to go to the doctor, she comes and advises me and does an assessment and tells me if there's anything I need to do different, or I don't know that I could do this without him.
So we'll definitely evaluate their past employment. As a registered nurse myself, I'll look through their medical records and I'll look to see maybe what medical conditions they have, and we'll be very upfront with them, honest about whether they do have a claim that could warrant benefits or not.
There are those who factor and those who don't. Nothing this good comes this easy.
Except Factor.
Fresh, never frozen meals, ready in 2 minutes.
It only happens once a year. Steve Hunt Kia Summer Clearance Sale. So don't get stuck in the slush. Bring any trade, even if you owe thousands more than it's worth. Can take advantage of Steve Hunt All-Wheel Drive Sale. All with 0 down, 0 payments for 90 days. Steve Hunt Kia.com.
Welcome to the unpredictable, the unforgettable. Welcome to the 2024 NFL season.
Jason, seriously?
Washington battles Cincinnati. Monday Night Football tonight at 5, followed by a special Apple Valley News Now primetime.
Next live, Jay Farrow from his new comedy special, Jared.
You look great. You've been working out. What's happening?
I have.
Plus, fall road trips with Jackie Gifford.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
This newscast sponsored by Mariano Morales Law. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Right now you're taking a live look at Yakima. This view coming courtesy of Bimart. This camera perched atop the Tandem Ridge. All the very nice city lights down below in Yakima for this morning. And a little bit later today, that view is going to be a very sunny view as we're going to have plenty of sunshine for today. Now, for this morning, there are some clouds out there. Temperatures are in the 50s and 60s, but a little bit later today, lots of sunshine, and we'll be about 5 degrees above average for this time of the year. So we'll end up in the mid-80s for the Tri-Cities, mid-80s for Yakima, a little bit closer to 80 in places like Walla Walla in the foothills. Also, there's going to be a very low-end chance of some showers for this morning before 8 a.m. Up in the Cascades, up in the Kittitas Valley, very low-end chance of that. Winds will be pretty light for most spots, except for up in the Kittitas Valley. They could gust upwards of 25 miles per hour. And then for tonight, even those winds will calm down. So we'll have light winds, clear skies, and mild overnight lows as most of us will fall down into the 50s once again. Okay, we'll be dry for Tuesday, and then we have the storm system into the Wednesday to Thursday time frame. For now, it looks like Wednesday is probably going to be the more active of the 2 days, but this is going to be a storm system in which the Cascades swallow up most of this moisture. Anywhere between 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 an inch of rainfall accumulation is what we could have in the mountain range, but to the east of there, we'll probably have less than 1/10 of an inch of water. The much more tangible impact from the storm system is going to be how in the wake of this storm system, we're going to feel much more fall-like, actually some sub-seasonal high temperatures as opposed to Tuesday where we'll be about 10 degrees above average for this time of the year. Here's a 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities, almost hitting 90 on Tuesday, and then a little thunderstorm chance on Wednesday, and then turning crisp again by Thursday. For Yakima, we'll have 80s through Wednesday, also a small thunderstorm chance on Wednesday, much cooler for Thursday and beyond, and peep those overnight lows for Friday and Saturday night. And then for Ellensburg, we'll have a small AM shower chance for this morning, a better thunderstorm chance on Wednesday, and then highs hover near 70 after Thursday. For Hermiston, we'll be near 90 for Tuesday, a bit cooler with a stray thunderstorm possible on Wednesday, much more fall-like by late week and into the weekend. Then for Walla Walla, heating up for Tuesday, maybe the heat fuels the thunderstorm for Wednesday, but much cooler by Thursday and beyond.
Thank you, Josh. In a follow-up on the Daybell murder case now, it was an emotional day over the weekend for those who worked the Daybell murder case and even neighbors and friends of the Woodcock family. This as the Chad Daybell house was demolished. Linda Larson has more.
And my feelings were relief. Finally, this is closure, what this community needs.
Janine Hansen is a close friend of Kay and Larry Woodcock. She remembers the initial emotion of not knowing what happened to the kids, Tylee Ryan and JJ Vallow.
Living here in Rexburg, we embraced this. We saw Larry and Kay go on the news and said, we've got 2 grandchildren that are missing, and we stepped up as a community and helped our amazing local law enforcement to help look for these children. And it branched out immediately to not just our community, but to around the nation.
Larry Woodcock called me today in tears, many people sending him video of the house coming down. He talked to me about the emotion of seeing this place destroyed and the good that it could do for the community. But he also talked about reliving the horror of seeing the police officers as they removed the bodies of JJ and Tylee. He sobbed when they took out the tree where the body of JJ was found. Before Chad's trial, he told me this.
That's what a pop house is.
That's what a pawpaw's life should be. Not this. For what? For what, Lord? For what, Chad?
Police officers also emotional as they relived the events.
You know, in September there's a lot of anniversary events from this case. September 8th, Tylee goes missing. We believe she was killed over that 8th and 9th. And then JJ here in a couple of days on the 23rd, where his life was needlessly taken. So it's kind of that time, you know, even 5 years later, you know, it still sits, it's very raw with us. And to look over there and see JJ's tree gone, you know, it's hard to put into words.
Chuck Considis is a detective with the Rexburg Police Department. He was among the local law enforcement officers who discovered the bodies of JJ and Tylee in Chad Daybell's backyard 4 summers ago.
You know, the physical scars are gone, but the mental's still there.
The Daybell house has been a sad reminder of that dark history.
I just can't imagine driving by every single day, seeing the reminder of what it has represented for the neighbors and for the community.
Based on emotional conversations I've had today, there's a shared relief that now the house no longer stands.
You know, this is kind of a culmination of events, of just numerous investigators, their dedication. You know, I'm so proud to work alongside of them, and that we were able to put ourselves in the position that we are right now.
I think this is the biggest step we can have towards healing.
Up next on Good Morning Northwest, we'll have a sneak peek at 2 blasts from the past, and one of them is a cult movie classic. That's coming up in your entertainment headlines.
Poor maintenance, old tires, bad brakes, that could be why the big truck hit you. Hit by a big truck? I know how to beat their insurance companies. I'm attorney Mariana Morales, the big truck, heavy hit.
Call 853-2222.
Warning, your air conditioner unit needs service. Would you like me to call Bruce?
Yes, call Bruce.
Thanks to today's modern technology, it's never been easier to call Bruce Heating and Air. When your AC unit needs serviced, call Bruce.
Oh my gosh.
Let's get this party started.
Just make sure you call the right Bruce.
Now through September 30th, receive rebates up to $1,850 off on a new Daikin Fit system when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Take good care of you, Bruce Heating and Air.
Roy Jones Jr. Boxing returns to Legends Casino Hotel September 19th as India's Mandeep Jangra is back and looking for another championship belt. This time he's taking on undefeated Nicaraguan challenger Nilo Guerrero for a vacant NBA Junior Lightweight World title. Tickets start at just $40 and can be purchased at Ticketmaster.com or the Legends gift shop. Don't miss Mandeep vs. Guerrero in a clash of unbeatens for the Junior Lightweight World title belt, plus other exciting bouts. September 19th at Legends Casino Hotel in Toppenish.
The annual graduated sale is going on now at Woods Nursery and Garden Center in Richland. This end of summer sales event will save you money. 10 to 40% off plants, roses, buy one, get one free. Fall planting is the best time to save at Woods Nursery, serving Eastern Washington for over 50 years. Spruce up your yard with great plants at unbelievable prices. Load up on fall colors now through October 12th. Woods Nursery, serving the Tri-Cities since 1965. Off the bypass on Van Giesen in Richland.
Did you know? Occupational medicine focuses on the prevention and treatment of work-related injuries. Astria Health works directly with employers to keep employees safe and business running. We offer pre-employment physicals, DOT physicals, drug and alcohol screenings, L&I exams, and work-related injury care. For more information, visit us online at astria.health. Astria Health, exceptional rural health care close to home.
Poor maintenance, old tires, bad brakes, that could be why the big truck hit you. Hit by a big truck? I know how to beat their insurance companies. I'm attorney Mariana Morales, the big truck, heavy hit.
Call 853-2222.
Tonight, Washington battles Cincinnati, followed by a special Apple Valley News Now primetime.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. In entertainment news, we have 2 blasts from the past to start your week.
That's right. We're talking about a cult classic that's returning to the big screen.
Also, an Oscar winner preparing to dig deep into a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame band. Here's David Daniel with the Hollywood Minute.
That's what I love about these high school girls, man. I get older,
They stay the same age.
Dazed and Confused is getting a theatrical re-release for its 30th anniversary. Richard Linklater's coming-of-age comedy, set on the last day of high school in 1976 Austin, Texas, has gotten a 4K restoration. It's in select theaters beginning Sunday, September 29th. Check your local listings for theaters and showtimes.
Do you remember?
Plenty of people spin Earth, Wind & Fire's September on the 21st of that month every year, but one person took it a bit further this year. Questlove, who won an Oscar for his documentary Summer of Soul, announced he'll direct a doc on Earth, Wind & Fire. He reportedly has the approval of the iconic band and exclusive access to its audio, visual, and written archives. Sounds like one shining star of a film. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
All right, Josh was doing a Matthew McConaughey impression over here, so let's hear it for everybody.
Not to put me on the spot.
All right. Riley?
I mustn't.
Okay,
I mustn't.
Okay. You must not. All right. We'll do it in private.
Yes.
We're coming up next on Good Morning Northwest at 6:30. A new small business makes its way to Kennewick, and it's great for fans of milk tea and boba. Details ahead.
Plus, world leaders visit Delaware this weekend. We hear about the Quad Summit with reps from the U.S., India, Australia, and Japan. That's all in the next half hour.
Dreaming of luxurious, wear-resistant carpets? With the kids back in school, now is the perfect time. At Floor & Home, you dream, we install. And this month, save up to 50% off carpets by Engineered Floors.
DSAMA is this month's winner of Volunteers Count.
My home is usually the home where all the animals come in to sort of do, our intakes.
To nominate someone, click on Volunteers Count at AppleValleyNewsNow.com.
Indulge in Legends Casino's seafood buffet experience. Discover a feast of premium crab legs, succulent shrimp, and an array of delectable ocean-inspired dishes. Elevate your evenings with Legends Seafood Buffet every Thursday and Saturday starting at 4 p.m.
If you're hurt at work, your life can go into a downward spiral.
You're injured. You can't work. Your bills are piling up.
But winning workers' comp benefits isn't easy.
You're the underdog.
We'll fight laboring industries to get you the workers' compensation benefits you deserve.
If you were hurt at work, let us go to work to get you benefits.
Call 509-584-4411 for a free consultation. Bothwell and Hamill.
Right now at Les Schwab, it's the Score More sales event. Save up to $160 instantly on a wide selection of 4 tires and 4 wheels, and every tire is covered by America's best tire warranty. Find the right tires for you at leschwab.com. Get more from less.
Hot Tub. Major manufacturers and warehouses clearance of new 2024 inventory. Friday through Sunday. Hapo Center, Pasco. Over 100 hot tubs on display and everything must go. New 2024 inventory. Hot tubs starting at $29.95. All inventory 40 to 80% off. Come see the revolutionary swim spa in action and save up to 60%. Trade-ins welcome. Free delivery. We'll even haul away your old hot tub. Worry-free installation. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Hapo Center, Pasco. Free admission. Free parking. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
Choice Hotels is a family of brands with a hotel for any traveler you want to be. Like #1 Chef Dad cooking up a free hot breakfast for the entire family at a comfort hotel.
Mom made this.
I added the garnish. Stay 2 nights and get 8,000 points when you book direct.
Wherever this time of year takes you, Macy's is here to help you shift seasons in style with your favorite fall brands. So lean into the excitement for what's ahead, because this fall, we've got a lot to look forward to.
September is Prostate Cancer Awareness Month. Some symptoms include pain in the hips, back, or chest. Get more at AppleValleyNewsNow.com.
Prostate Urology Center, the full spectrum of urology care, now accepting new patients.
Dreaming of luxurious, wear-resistant carpets? With the kids back in school, now is the perfect time. At Floor & Home, you dream, we install. And this month, save up to 50% off carpets by Engineered Floors. Vagrants, homeless.
Can downtown Kennewick be saved tonight after Monday Night Football? This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal.
I'm Riley Fitzgerald.
And I'm Josh Colbert.
Josh, guess what I did yesterday?
What's that?
I bought pumpkin-scented soaps and body wash and candles because it's finally fall.
I bought new air fresheners for my truck.
Pumpkin?
It was more like linen, but I have...
New car smell?
Yes, but I have pine Glade plugins in my apartment. That's
You're
more fall.
slowly converting to
It's
the
more fall.
Yeah.
It's not as egregiously fall, but it's more like
it's okay.
Fall
We'll get you there one day.
Sure. Let's go ahead and take a live look at Yakima right now. I just showed this one like 5-10 minutes back, but it's such a nice view, so I just figured we'll just go ahead and run it back. And this view is coming courtesy of Bi-Mart. This view is perched atop the Tanum Ridge in Yakima. Right now, temperatures are pretty mild out there, 50s and 60s, at least mild compared to some of the mornings that we had just last week. So you might need a light jacket as you're headed out the front door. Here's your hour-by-hour forecast for today for the Tri-Cities, and it's going to start to feel balmy as soon as 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock this morning, and then after that it's going to be plenty of t-shirt weather within the Tri-Cities. So for today, we'll end up being about 5 degrees above average for this time of the year. Most of us should see mostly sunny skies and be dry, although there is a little chance for some showers before 8 o'clock this morning in the Kittitas Valley and up in the Cascades, but the rest of us should be dry throughout the entirety of today. And speaking of today, I'll take you on a zone-by-zone tour of today's forecast. We'll go over high temperatures and sky coverage and wind gust as well. So all that's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. Starting off this half hour with political news, Dave Reichert, the Republican candidate running for governor in Washington, made a stop in Kennewick last week.
Reichert spoke with Apple Valley News Now and says he decided to run for governor after hearing from his supporters since the year 2000 to run for the position. Reichert tells us that this year's timing felt right.
The high cost of living and crime. But you can't separate homelessness from that. Again, all three of those are intertwined. So we have to really start holding people accountable. They have to be responsible for their actions, and they have to know there are consequences. So I have a law enforcement plan in place that, having been in law enforcement for 33 years, I know how to stop crime.
He also says that when it comes to the economy, he plans on vetoing every new tax bill until he truly understands where that money is going. Now, Reichert will face Bob Ferguson in the general election in November. In political news nationwide, the potential threat of a government shutdown is once again looming.
Last week, a 6-month funding extension failed to get through the House of Representatives, but Speaker Mike Johnson has another proposal, and he may have support from Democratic lawmakers. The U.S. government is running out of time and money simultaneously. House Speaker Mike Johnson wants to prevent a shutdown, and yesterday he released a plan that would fund the government until December 20th.
It's a limited continuing resolution where, in addition to funding the government for the next 3 months, it includes more money for the Secret Service. Unlike Johnson's funding proposal, this plan does not include the controversial SAVE Act, which focuses on preventing non-citizens from voting, which is already illegal.
Former President Donald Trump previously called for lawmakers to shut down the government if the SAVE Act didn't get passed into law. Vice President Harris was in New York yesterday for a campaign fundraiser, and a spokesperson says it brought in $27 million. That's the largest amount raised in a single event since she joined the Democratic ticket.
And President Joe Biden welcomed world leaders from India, Australia, and Japan to the president's home state of Delaware on Saturday.
The leaders held talks at the president's high school alma mater, Arkmere Academy. The Quad Summit first began under President Biden. He emphasized the importance of democracy in his opening remarks and told the leaders the Quad Summit is here to stay.
The leaders are expected to announce the first ever joint Coast Guard exercise between the 4 countries, also to sign a proposal to curtail illegal fishing to help reduce cervical cancer in the Indo-Pacific.
Are you a fan of boba tea? How about bibimbap and other authentic Korean foods?
If you answered yes to any of those questions, then we have good news for you. A new cafe in Kennewick has just opened its doors to the community.
And Apple Valley News Now's Monique Ledesma says it's a spot unlike any other.
This is the second location for J-Day. Jaden Wynn says his first location started in Yakima 3 years ago, and it took him 2 years to get to the Tri-Cities. He says he was inspired to open up shop after combining his business degree and his love for boba and milk teas.
Just do something for myself, enjoy what I'm doing, and then as I say, I'm like a milk tea boba lover, so I'm just like, hey, let's do something that I like, and then I think that I'm good at, I'm good about. Yeah, so just, and also some challenge myself, that's it.
He says his passion for what his business is makes being open easy.
I always like do little by little, I check everything out good, and I feel like I like it that way. Like enjoy doing drink, talking to people, and then making some food and some pastry. It's just so fun. It's just like I may work, like be here all day, but I'm actually enjoying it, doing it every day.
He says through his process of opening up his business, it wasn't always rainbows and sunshine.
There was a time I thought I would quit, so many times, but then I just like, we're really getting there. We're halfway, we're getting there, and then I just like, and then I'm also afraid because Tri-City is a new area. I'm not really familiar with it because I'm not from here, so I'm like but I'm like, okay, let's try, and maybe I could bring out something that people would love.
He says he wouldn't be where he is at without his supporters.
Good thing I have my family and my size, my family, my friends, and I have a lot of supporters in my size. So that's made me overcome it like emotionally, and then a lot of people would, even with just friends, or they know me not that long, but they're willing to help me, give me a hand and do this, that. So I feel I'm blessed.
As for the future of J-Day, he says he is eager to open more shops in Tri-Cities and Yakima within the next 3 years. Reporting in Kennewick, Monique Ledesma, Apple Valley News Now.
As of right now, Jay says his business hours are 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. every day.
Up next on Good Morning Northwest, NASA astronauts are departing the International Space Station today. More spacey details are coming up.
But first, Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert will have your full weather forecast right here on Earth. Keep it here. We'll be right back.
Stacy Lee, KEPKView First Alert Weather. Watch tonight.
What if you never had to worry about what you could do? Because you could do anything. What if all the things that get in your way were gone? So the only thing left was possibility. If anywhere could be the center of everywhere, then boundaries only existed to be pushed. If every single drop of potential could be made real, so the only limit you faced was how big you could dream. And say you knew there were like almost 100,000 people across the country, right in your town, committed to making that happen. Every day. What would you do then? Some pretty cool stuff, I bet. Yeah, that'd be some life. That'd be life unlimited.
Visit Fred's Appliance today and discover unbeatable deals on the largest selection of in-stock get-it-today inventory in the region. Don't miss out on this limited-time offer to upgrade your kitchen with the Frigidaire Professional 4-piece package and save up to $3,100. Experience precision cooking with this Frigidaire range. Keep your dishes sparkling with this professional dishwasher. This sleek microwave offers sensor cooking technology, and this fabulous refrigerator designed with our Space Pro shelving system.
Discover Curve Appeal in Kennewick, your personalized med spa. Experience our one-on-one services and treatments designed to make you look and feel your best. From laser hair removal or electrolysis to Botox or body contouring and laser treatments, we tailor our services to your unique needs. Our medical professionals ensure you leave feeling refreshed and rejuvenated. Ready to look and feel your best? Visit CurveAppealTC.com to schedule your consultation.
The Coca-Cola Grandstand is where the action is at this year's Central Washington State Fair. Kicking things off on Saturday, September 21st with epic rodeo action at the Aces Wild Rough Stock Roundup, showcasing some of the very best cowboys and cowgirls competing today. And that's just the start. On September 28th and 29th, catch the high-octane excitement of Insanity Fest, featuring monster trucks, jet truck, and truck pulling like you've never seen before. Get your tickets today at fairfun.com. All event tickets include fair admission.
Apple Valley News Now is home to top shows from ABC, like Dancing with the Stars, The Golden Bachelorette, and the all-new High Potential. And we're home to the #1 news on television, ABC World News Tonight with David Muir, plus award-winning local news, including the First Alert Weather Team. And we lead the way in sports with NFL Monday Night Football, college football, including the SEC, and just added the Seattle Kraken. We're Apple Valley News Now, proudly serving South Central Washington and Northern Oregon, on your side. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Today is going to be a sunny day, and it's going to be a little super seasonal, as we'll be a bit above average for this time of the year. We're going to go ahead and start off in the Kittitas Valley, where the winds could gust out of the north and west today, upwards of 25 miles per hour. Also, there is about a 10% chance we could see a shower or two before 8 a.m. in the Kittitas Valley, also up in the Cascades. But other than that, we're going to have highs that are going to span from the mid-60s up towards Snoqualmie Pass, all the way up to the mid-80s down towards Vantage. And then in the Yakima Valley, we'll have temperatures in the low to mid-80s. Mostly sunny skies. It looks like the winds overall are going to end up being pretty light. Then for the lower Columbia Basin, we're also going to be in the low to mid 80s, although it does look like it could be a little bit cooler closer to the gorge there in Boardman. But for the rest of us, 80s, again, plenty of sunshine. And then for the Blue Foothills, we'll have temperatures in the 70s and 80s. It also looks like for the Blue Mountains proper, temperatures will also be in the 70s and 80s and mostly sunny skies. So I think you kind of get the gist. Plenty of sunshine for today. Highs about 5 degrees above average for this time of the year. But we have the storm system that's going to roll in for Wednesday and Thursday, and that's going to do a couple different things to our weather. Number one, it's going to up shower and thunderstorm chances. Number two, it's going to bring these temperatures way down. I'll show you the rain chances and the cooler temperatures ahead. That's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
Around the world, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky kicked off his visit to the U.S. by touring a manufacturing plant in Scranton, Pennsylvania yesterday.
The plant produces critical munitions for his country, and Zelensky shared these pictures on X, and it was of him meeting with plant workers and inspecting artillery shells. He says he has reached agreements to expand cooperation between Pennsylvania and Ukraine.
Later this week, Zelensky is expected to visit New York and speak at the United Nations General Assembly, and also visit Washington, D.C. to present his victory plan for the war with Russia to President Joe Biden and other officials.
In weather news around the world, John is officially a tropical storm, and it formed off southern Mexico overnight.
According to a 2 a.m. update from the National Hurricane Center, the storm is stationary at this time with winds of 40 miles per hour. A tropical storm watch is in effect for a few cities.
Now to some space news. NASA astronauts Tracy Dyson and 2 cosmonauts will depart the International Space Station today to head home. The Soyuz spacecraft disembarked overnight.
Will land off the coast of Kazakhstan this morning. Dyson spent 184 days in space on her 4th flight, and she'll be taken to Houston after being cleared from landing.
Coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, a new study suggests people who travel more could age a bit slower. Details are coming up in your morning sprint.
But first, Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert will have your final weather forecast coming up.
For generations, hardworking people have relied on Ford F-Series trucks, making them America's best-selling trucks 47 years straight. This is the next generation of built Ford tough.
When uncertainty falls upon your freedom, you need an unwavering champion. We're dedicated to not just tipping the scales in your favor, but also delivering an unwavering and relentless defense. With over 5 decades of experience, we'll fiercely defend your freedom and secure the most favorable outcome. Your best defense, Quantum Legal.
Affordable? Yeah, we got that. Stylish? Got that covered too. Quality? You can bet on it. At Furniture Row, we stock furniture that's value priced, built to last, and looks fabulous. And during fall into savings, prices are dropping throughout the store. Like the Calvin sofa, only $6.99. The Gramercy Park Dining Group, only $5.99. The Gunsmoke bed, just $4.99. And save $300 on our Telluride luxury lineup. Or score 48 months no interest. Shop the largest selection at the lowest prices guaranteed. Fall into savings on now at Furniture Row.
Women, Were you exposed to Dactyl while you were pregnant? Infant birth defects are caused by this toxic weed killer used in farming, landscaping, and gardening. As a result, the EPA has asked agricultural workers to stop using Dactyl, also known as DCPA. If you or your child was injured by Dactyl, protect your rights for compensation. Call Weitz and Luxembourg today at 917-LAWYERS to learn more. That's 917-LAWYERS.
Save thousands on the new revolutionary swim spa at a one-time sale. Friday through Sunday. Hapo Center, Pasco. Exercise with low impact. Swim the entire year and stay in shape. Teach your kids to swim. Unwind and save thousands. Avoid the expense and maintenance involved with a pool. Swim, exercise, and relax in your new aquatic exercise swim spa. Installation and 1 day only. New 2024 inventory. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Hapo Center, Pasco. Free admission. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
Downtown Kennewick.
Vagrants, homeless, using the alley as a bathroom.
What's the city doing?
We get nothing.
Monica Ledesma digs deeper.
Do you know what's going on in your backyard?
Can downtown be saved?
It frustrates me.
Apple Valley News Now, tonight after Monday Night Football.
Next live, Jay Farrow from his new comedy special, Jared.
You look great. You've been working out. What's happening?
I have. Plus, fall road trips with Jackie Gifford.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
For generations, hardworking people have relied on Ford F-Series trucks, making them America's best-selling trucks 47 years straight. This is the next generation of built Ford tough.
Tonight, Washington battles Cincinnati, followed by a special Apple Valley News Now primetime. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Right now you're taking a live look at the Columbia River. This view coming courtesy of the Legends Casino and Hotel. There are some clouds out there for this morning, but a little bit later today should be mostly sunny skies. By the way, for this morning, we do have temperatures that are in the 50s and 60s. Pretty mild stuff, to be honest, but a little bit later today, it's going to be pretty warm for this time of the year. So we'll be about 5 degrees above average for this time of the year. So most of us will end up in the 80s or at the very least, very upper 70s. There's a tiny chance of some showers this morning before 8 a.m. for the Cascades and for the Kittitas Valley, but other than that, the rest of us should stay pretty dry. Winds will gust out of the north and west today, up in the Kittitas Valley, upwards of 25 miles per hour, but for the rest of us, winds should stay light. And then for tonight, even the winds up in the Kittitas Valley are going to calm down, so we should have light winds across the map, clear skies, and overnight lows will be pretty mild once again, as all of us should be down into the 50s. Okay, so we'll be dry for Tuesday. Then we're tracking the storm system into the Wednesday to Thursday time frame. And this one is going to provide ample moisture up in the Cascades. The Cascades could receive anywhere between 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 inch of moisture. But the Cascades are really going to swallow up most of this. As to the east of there, we're probably only going to get less than 1/10 of an inch of water. So for most of us, the much more tangible impact from the storm system is going to be the drop off in temperatures, cooling off by about 10 to 15 degrees between Wednesday to Thursday, and after that, feeling very fall-like out there. Here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. We'll almost hit 90 degrees for tomorrow, a little thunderstorm chance on Wednesday, and then turning crisp again by Thursday. Then for Yakima, 80s through Wednesday, also a small thunderstorm chance on Wednesday, much cooler for Thursday and beyond, and peep those overnight lows dropping down into the 30s for Friday and Saturday night. Then for Ellensburg, a small AM shower chance for this morning, a better thunderstorm chance on Wednesday, and highs will hover near 70 after Thursday. Then for Hermiston, will be near 90 for Tuesday, a bit cooler with a stray thunderstorm possible on Wednesday, much more fall-like by late week and into the weekend. Then for Walla Walla, heating up for Tuesday, maybe the heat fuels a thunderstorm or two for Wednesday, and then will be much cooler by Thursday and beyond. Now let's head out to
this morning's
New
GMA
York.
First Look, an ABC News exclusive, one-on-one with NFL star Damar Hamlin.
Your life changed on that day in January 2023, cardiac arrest on the field.
He's opening up about the AED, or automated external defibrillator, that saved his life.
I'm a little bit embarrassed to say that I really didn't know much about an AED, but that's the big reason why, after experiencing my situation, I was truly It was life-changing, but, you know, I was truly proud to see how many people were inspired, and, you know, it just made me want to even lead the charge even more to, you know, raise awareness and educate people.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have a big announcement from Hamlin on heart health. Plus, hear what he has to say about that hard hit against Dolphins quarterback Tua Tagovailoa. With your GMA First Look, I'm Will Reeve, ABC News, New York.
Don't mind me. I'm just the flu. I'm quite harmless, really. And when people ask, but aren't you linked to dangerous flu complications like pneumonia, heart attack, and hospitalizations? I just say, but I'm just the flu.
It's him.
Who? I'm just the flu.
Demand more from your flu shot. Sanofi higher dose flu vaccines are proven to provide better flu protection than standard dose flu shots in older adults. They've even been shown to better protect against flu-related complications.
Don't get Fluzone high dose if you've had a severe allergic reaction to its components, including egg products, or after previous dose of flu vaccine. Don't get Flublok if you've had a severe allergic reaction to its components. Tell your healthcare professional if you've had severe muscle weakness after a flu shot. Fainting has occurred. People with weakened immune systems may have a lower vaccine response.
All flu shots are not the same. Ask for a Sanofi higher dose flu vaccine. Talk to your pharmacist or doctor about Fluzone high dose or Flublok.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time is now 6:51. It's time for your 6 o'clock morning sprint. We're going to start off in your national headlines. The potential threat of a government shutdown is once again looming as the U.S. government is running out of time and money. But Speaker of the House Mike Johnson has another proposal.
He released a plan that would fund the government until December 20th. It's a limited continuing resolution, and it includes more money for the Secret Service. This plan does not include the controversial SAVE Act, which focuses on preventing non-citizens from voting.
In your business headlines, budget hotel chain Motel 6 was just sold for $525 million. India-based hotel company Oyo is paying cash for the deal, which also includes the chain's offshoot brand Studio 6.
Motel 6 was founded in 1962. The name originally came from offering an all-cash nightly rate of just $6.
A company known for its adult party game is suing SpaceX founder Elon Musk. Cards Against Humanity bought land in Brownsville, Texas, near the U.S. and Mexican border in 2017 to protect the area from the government possibly building a border wall there.
And it is accusing Musk of allowing his SpaceX employees to trespass and damage the land. The lawsuit says contractors recently removed some of the greenery on the property and placed gravel over the soil to make the space available for SpaceX vehicles to park and work. The company is suing Musk for $15 million. So far, there's no comment from Musk. In your health headlines, you will soon be able to protect yourself from the flu without leaving the house. The FDA has approved the first flu vaccine that doesn't have to be given by a healthcare provider.
Flu Mist is a nasal spray from AstraZeneca that's currently available in pharmacies with the prescription. Officials say the needle-free option should be available to take at home next year. And according to the CDC, 35 million people got sick last flu season. They also say everybody 6 months and older should get vaccinated each season.
A new study suggests people who would travel and experience new adventures in life may age a bit slower than everyone else. Researchers in Australia say traveling can offset what is the body's slow and inevitable decline.
That's because when people travel, they meet new people, have new life experiences, and often take part in relaxing activities like yoga and spa treatments. The study's authors suggest traveling can benefit a person's physical and mental health.
Now here are the top 5 local stories you need to know this morning. A building on the Hanford High School campus catches fire twice over the weekend. The first fire was Saturday night and the second was Sunday afternoon. The Richland fire crews responded quickly on Sunday, not long after the roof of the building collapsed. Officials say the fire may have been reignited due to a hotspot from the original fire. And officials say the cause is under investigation, but preliminary reports show it could have been from an electrical problem. The building will continue to be barricaded off until further notice.
Kennewick fire crews battled a shed fire Friday afternoon on the 500 block of West Albany Avenue. Firefighters got the call just after 3 p.m. People at the scene told our crew that this is the third time that fire crews have responded to a fire at that property.
A man has been identified from a fatal car crash in Walla Walla County from last Saturday. It happened on State Route 12, about 11 miles outside of Pasco. The man is 28-year-old Salvador Beltran. WSP troopers say he died at the scene. WSP also says the other car was being driven by a 40-year-old woman and she was going eastbound in the westbound lanes. She was taken to the hospital, but her current condition is not known.
The Adams County Sheriff's Office is investigating a shooting that left 2 teens in the hospital Friday night. Authorities say a 17-year-old boy arrived at the hospital with a gunshot wound to his leg. Then a 14-year-old boy arrived with a gunshot wound to his arm and hand. They say they were in the area of Taylor Road and Spur Road when a car pulled up flashing gang signs and firing shots. No other information has been released at this time. If anybody knows anything about the shooting, please call the Sheriff's Office.
Local law enforcement and school districts are dealing with ongoing threats of violence. With schools in our area, police will be increasing their presence on some campuses. Pasco Police and Pasco High School worked through safety concerns last week. Grandview, Sunnyside, and other school districts want to let parents know that rumors are just rumors. However, officials say if you see or hear something, say something.
All right, check this out. So this weekend was the Sausage Fest. It was the 48th annual event raising funds for Christ the King Catholic School.
So our crews got to get a little bit involved, like our Austin Reed judging Thursday morning's chicken dance competition and Stacy going live out there on Friday. But one experience I didn't think that I'd ever get to experience was being in a dunk tank. And so Austin Reed and I both got the chance by the end of it, freezing and of course covered in water. That was Austin's daughter.
That's Austin's daughter that just dunked you.
Oh yeah, it was incredible. Once again, very, very cold.
You're making me want to do it now. I need to try it.
I think you should if you get the chance.
Josh, would you want to do it? No, it's gonna get too cold for that soon, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't like being wet. I don't like being cold. So that's like that's a twofer right there.
There you go.
That's a no for me. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at temperatures out there for this morning. 50s and 60s, pretty mild stuff. You might need a very light jacket, but a little bit later today it's going to be very warm for this time of the year. We'll be about 5 degrees above average for this time of the year. But then after that Wednesday and Thursday storm system, look at what happens to our temperatures in the wake of that.
Hallelujah. Thank you guys for watching Good Morning Northwest. You can always find the latest updates on our website, applevalleyNewsNow.com.
Good Morning America is up next, and we'll be back with your local news and weather tonight before and after the football game. Have a great day.